Hi.
We're live.
We're live. And I'm sure people are joining us now. Hello everyone, can you hear me? Just confirm, can
Hi,
you hear us?
Pascal.
Hi Pascal, good afternoon.
Hi, Rahul. Welcome, everyone.
Yes, welcome. We're so excited to have you all on in this webinar because we were really looking forward to it.
Hi, Viviane. Welcome. Yay, Adewale.
Everyone, hi.
Yay, so many people. That's so great.
Awesome. So you can all hear us. We're assuming that. Awesome. So hello everyone. I'm Iza, the community manager here at VanHack, and we are so excited to have you on us because today's webinar is going to is about a tech recruiter who went through all of the hassle to join and relocate and move abroad. So this is going to be a very lively discussion and going to help you all a lot. So because the world has changed, it has transitioned, and if we are not going along with the world, we're a step back ahead. So yes, I would like to welcome now Cecilia, our tech recruiter, on this webinar. Cecilia, hi. So thank you so much
Hi.
for joining us.
No, thank you, Isa. This is great. I'm so happy to take part of this and be able to not only share my story of relocation, but as well give you guys some tips on how to get hired, get a job in Canada, in Europe, other countries that you guys want to relocate to. And yeah, thank you so much for inviting me to be here. I hope you
Thank
guys enjoy it.
Yes, and thank you for being a part of it. Also, before we begin, I would like to tell you all about a bit about VanHack. VanHack is basically a tech talent community which connects with the employers abroad and helps them relocate. It's the tech talent. Basically, we help we get the tech talent and we help them relocate. And with almost 200 with over 215,000 members from 100 plus countries, VanHack is the largest workspace that is ready to relocate the tech talent. So this is something that you cannot miss. You cannot miss out the tips and the tactics today because we are getting so many questions out of Cecilia today, and we are learning so much today. So yeah. So moving, let's start a bit. Cecilia, tell us a bit about yourself, about your work, about your position, about how you became a part of that everything and tech recruiter.
All
Yes.
right, perfect. So, Isa, I am business major. So I started as a business major, and then after that, I did my master's degree in intercultural communication and international management. And I started in HR 12 years ago. So I've been in the field for 12 years, and I specialized in recruitment. And since it's been
Mhm.
6 years right now, and now I am a tech recruiter and talent manager. So I specialized in tech recruitment. And what's good and I love about the experience of working with VanHack is that I am combining both my passions. So as you know, for all the research and everything that I did in my master's degree, I was working with intercultural communication. And
Mhm.
that's what I love being at VanHack. That's what I do on a daily basis. I help people from so many different countries and get to know so many different cultures and help them to achieve their goals of having either a new career, going to a new place, and getting to start over sometimes. So this is why I always say that I am a VanHack cheerleader. This is what I always say about working at VanHack because it has combined both my passions. I love working with candidates. I love giving the best candidate experience that a candidate can have. So every time you will work with me, in one of the positions, if you
Uh-huh.
are one of my candidates, I'm gonna be there rooting for you. I want to set you up for success and to get the best position that you can. And because it's such a life changing experience to not only when you're changing jobs, it's already so hectic. You have to meet all these new people. You have to start over in a new company, get to know what the company is about. Then imagine having the next layer, which is to go to another country and get to know a different culture. So that's why I feel that this is the best place for me to be and to be a recruiter that helps people do that kind of jump, like that kind of such a big leap. And it's a leap of faith, like changing where you are, getting away from your family, getting to start in a new place. So this is why I love doing this. And this is why I think I'm the best place to work in what I love.
This is no, I completely agree about, when you're passionate about something and you're doing the same work, it adds up to everything. It adds up to your, even it fuels up the energy, it fuels up the thing that you are doing. It adds up to everything. And that, I'm so glad that you're following your passion and you're doing the same thing, you're contributing and you're helping a lot of people. That's the bestest thing. So yes.
Yes.
So now we want to know. So now let's begin with all the questions, because I have been getting so many questions, and I'm so excited to discuss them all. How, because we want to understand everything for a person who doesn't know anything about VanHack,
Mm-hmm.
everything. How is the hiring process at VanHack, the whole process, and how it connects with the employer?
Yeah, sure. So what happens is like we are a group of talent managers and recruiters. So we today we're getting bigger and bigger here at VanHack. So we're over 10 talent managers and recruiters. And what happens is we're assigned companies that our growth team is going to bring from all different parts of Canada, of Europe. And we are assigned to these companies to help them even build their hiring process, help them understand what it is to hire abroad. So we are helping them to understand that you don't need to work only on the talent pool of your country. You can actually look at all around the world and find amazing talent abroad. So this is how I like looking at both sides, both at the company side and the candidate side. So as soon as we get a company to work with, we try to sell them all of you guys, all of the candidates that are in our talent pool, and tell them, okay, here's like you have 250,000 candidates to look at that are not in your country. So it's a huge and a very rich talent pool full of diversity. So as soon as we get these hiring partners, as we call the clients, we are going to post the positions that they have. We get to know all about them. We get to know about their culture. We get to understand a little bit more about the hiring process that they're going to follow. And then we get to understand the soft skills and the hard skills that they need for the position that they're looking for. So as soon as we post the positions, everyone that's on Slack can check in one of the Slack channels that we have posted the positions. And then that's the time for you to apply. Apply as soon as the position is on Slack, as soon as it goes there. If you're one of the first ones like to apply, it's even better for us because you help us already take a look at your profile. So you apply for the position. You're going to be there, like wait a little bit because we have to search all the profiles that apply for the position. So what's going to happen after you apply, we're going to start selecting profiles. So we're going to check that what are the requirements for the position and what are the skills that you have, and if you are a match for this profile. So one of the things that I tell my candidates is always try to apply for the positions that you have a lot in common with. So you have all the skills necessary. You have all the requirements necessary. And the positions that are good for you, like, okay, I would love to do this, and not be the serial applicant. I always say, don't be a serial applicant and go applying to all positions that you see on VanHack.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. Because what happens is you are going to want to work for that. You're going to want to work with what you love. So why apply for anything when you can apply for the positions that you are going to be successful at? So you apply, you're there in my candidate pool in that position, and I'm going to screen all of you. We have the help of filters. We have the help of, we can search for words. So one of the things that's perfect here at this point is help me find you in my talent pool. So help me find you. How do you do that? You complete your profile. You add all the information necessary to your profile so I can find you and exactly what you are good at, and if it is a match with the position. After I see your profile and I think, okay, this is a perfect person for this position. They have all the requirements. This is where I'm going to take a look at your profile, screen you, and book calls. So I start booking calls, and I book calls to understand a little bit better of each one of the candidates. So I'm going to do a screening call. So I'm going to talk to you, understand what are your dreams, what are the next steps you want to take in your career, what are you good at, what are the good projects that you have, what were the things that made you proud in your career. And that's when I know that, okay, these are the candidates that I'm going to shortlist for the company. Okay, so that's more or less until the where I do like the shortlist for the company. This is the process that the candidates go through. After that, when they're shortlisted, what's going to happen is the companies are going to take a look at your profiles as well. So they're going to evaluate each one of the candidates that I said, okay, these are great candidates for you. So that's when the companies are going to go there, take a look at your profile, and see if they want to move forward with you in the process. So everyone that asks, okay, so what's the short list? What am I doing here? Now I know what's the name of the company, but the company's not reaching me. It's because you are in a list with other candidates that I have selected for the company to take a look at. So it doesn't mean that you're going to take part in the process, but it means that I am showcasing you to the hiring manager. I am selling you to the hiring manager. So make sure that you have everything ready. You have all your profile ready. You are ready to go. Everything is completed. You have your English verification done. You have all the experience necessary, like that's like on your profile. So they can see, take a look at it, and be wowed by your profile, and they want to do that first chat with you. So that's more or less how the process works until it gets to the company.
No, thank you so much. Even we all get to learn so much from their process. That because you're right, you're absolutely right. The profile, if that catches the attention, then of course you're actually selling them to you. We all
Yeah.
talked about selling products. We're selling talent to the companies.
Yes.
And here, I don't want to miss this comment, but this is Javier is also saying that I work with Cecilia and got an offer.
Yes.
Yeah,
Javier.
the best because we are getting.
Javier has the best story. Javier is amazing, and he's working for an amazing company. And I do love his story. Actually, no, I'm not going to say it. If you want to know, you get to talk to Javier. But it was amazing to work with him. Really,
Yeah.
really, really.
Okay, now the next question is that what catches, because you have explained to us in very detail and everything about the process. What catches the recruiter's attention on candidates' profile? Like what's the first thing that you notice that they should be working on? Yeah.
So I'm going to sound like I'm going to say the same thing over and over, but this is very important.
Yes.
Every time I look at a profile, the first thing to see is first, if the person has everything in place. So I want to see a profile picture. I know that some people don't like to have a profile picture, but it is something that's important. I have heard hiring managers say that, did I talk to that candidate? I cannot remember him. I have a very visual memory and there's no picture in the profile. So it's important for you to like have it all. And it's not a lie. Like, guys, have a very good professional looking picture on your profile to help us and help the hiring managers remember you. Like, it has to be catchy. It has to be something that shows who you are today. And I've seen some people putting logos and things like that. Don't do it because it really makes us confused. Like, because we don't like, okay, we want to like see the picture and remember who you are. Like, oh, okay, good. This is Adewale. I remember talking to Adewale, and that's something that's important to do. Doing the English verification, it's something important because in the videos, you get to tell about yourself. That's kind of a pre-screening process, not only for us, but also for the hiring managers. They use it usually to check your communication skills, to check maybe you have told something like about a skill that you haven't added to your profile. So sometimes you're saying about yourself and you tell something there that you forgot to put on your profile. So it's something that complements and that completes your profile as well. So this is one of the first things that I see. And then what I do is I'm going to check what is the experience and if the person has added all the information necessary. So don't just put the name of the company and your
Position.
What's your position?
Yes.
We need to know a little bit more about it. And you
What
see
task
that
you were doing, what job description, all the tasks you had. So yeah, that's something very important. People only put the position and the company and nothing else. Yeah.
exactly. So that's something that's important because it can help me understand if you are actually a fit for that position. If you only add your main and secondary skills, I'm going to know like, oh, okay, so this candidate has 9 years of experience working with PHP, but then I am looking for, I don't know, a framework such as Symfony, and you haven't added it anywhere. And then I'm like, okay, but this company specifically wants this framework. So how can I know if you haven't added anywhere? And then sometimes when I talk to a candidate, because I'm like 9 years of experience with PHP, I have to talk to this person. And then I talked to them and they're like, oh no, but I use Symphony I've been using it for the past 3 years. And I'm like, it was not in your profile. I could have talked to you before if I knew that. So it does helps us a lot. Like it does. That's what calls my attention is when the candidate has the LinkedIn as well. There, like we have a space where you can add your LinkedIn profile. If the candidate has a well-built resume, something that's good, like although like sometimes you say, oh, but I have my profile already. Why do I add my resume? Well, we have some clients that they use their own ATS. ATS is an applicant tracking system that sometimes they don't use the VanHack platform like with all the features that we have. They actually have to use their own ATS. So sometimes some companies ask me, oh, just send me their resume. And I'm like, the candidate doesn't have a resume in their profile. So it takes a little bit longer for you to get into the process because you don't have all the information necessary there. Salary expectation is great for you to add there. The target location. Sometimes I see some companies saying, okay, but this candidate doesn't have a target location. So they don't want to come to Canada. So this is like, no, yes, they want to go to Canada. Like I talked to this candidate but sometimes the small things that we think like, I don't want to do it all. I don't
No.
want to put all the information there. And
Yeah.
it's something that's kind of
And it's very important. I completely, you know what, you all the things you're describing over here, it basically about personal branding. It's just because you're working in, you have a tech background, you are actually pursuing the tech, career, does not mean you overshadow yourself with, not showing off yourself.
no.
Personal branding is really needed over here, that you show off your talents, you show off your projects, you show off your skills, everything very, very exclusively, that yes, you have done it, so that catches the attention. Yeah, I completely agree about this, that yes, you're right, personal branding should not be avoided over here.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And it's important. One thing that I always it's kind of a tip. Like try to make all your like your profile, your resume, and your LinkedIn. They have to communicate with each other. So don't leave them like you have like one of your experiences on LinkedIn and then you don't have it on your profile, or you have it on your resume and then you don't have it on your profile. Helps us help you to get the job, like to be successful at making your application move forward. And this is super important. Like for me, when I see a profile that's all like resume, LinkedIn,
Oh,
everything
tick,
connects and
tick, tick,
everything.
tick, tick.
Yes. This is a candidate that is engaged. It
Okay.
shows me that you want this. Like it shows me that yeah, I am working on it. Because one of the things that we say as recruiters is that trying to get a job is a job in
Mhm.
itself. Like you have to work for it. You have to prepare for it. So you have to put on the work. So it's important for you to put on the work
Exactly.
when
I completely agree over here, because sorry, just a second. Everybody, we'll be taking all these questions in the end, and 15 minutes will be all about, because I don't want to miss out all the questions. And don't worry, you got it all covered. But in the end, we'll be taking all these questions. Okay, back to you, Cecilia. Thank you. You are, even I'm learning so much from you. Yeah. Like, okay, I didn't know that. Okay. So, yes, you have talked about English verification. And speaking of English verification, we see a lot of people hesitating about it, to do it. But we also know that recruiters also use the videos. People are hesitant about the video. People are hesitant about English verification. So, what tips you have regarding that?
well, what I like about the videos, I always look at the videos, guys. Really, this is something that it really helps me like to understand if you communicate well, if you sell yourself well. It doesn't matter if you have an intermediate English. I know that some people are like, okay, but my English is not too good. My English is not the best right now. But one thing is that some companies, they do like they are kind of like okay with that. So don't worry about it. What they want is you to have all the technical skills and be able to communicate. You don't have to have like to you cannot make grammatical mistakes or you have to know a lot of vocabulary. It's not about that. It's about knowing what you do and knowing how to express what you are doing and what are your skills, what are the things that you have done with the tools that you use, the technologies that you use, the languages, the frameworks. If you know what you're doing, you just have to make sure that you prepare a great pitch. It's kind of like an elevator pitch. So you have to sell yourself a little bit at that first video. I think that's the one that for me is the most important one. The second one is amazing because it will tell me a little bit more about the challenges that you have faced. Right? So you will tell me like how big of a project you have worked on, how much you have worked on that project, how much you have put your you have put efforts in your project. But one of the things that I think that it's important at this point is to be able to like sell yourself a little bit. So prepare before, make a small, like I did the English verification because when I joined VanHack, I had to go through the same process that everyone does. I had to do all the English verification and I was so nervous. So what I did was I prepared a short script for me to do before. So I tried it tons of times. It was ridiculous. Like I had to see myself like over and over again doing it, but it really helped me to also come up with a small pitch that helped me before going on interviews. Because you can use that same pitch to go on the first interviews, to go on the first screening calls. It really helps you to build up your story like in a couple of minutes.
Yes, it does over here. And everybody, you all need to understand that none of us, nobody has the secret of making the video pitch. Okay. We all practice 10 times, 20 times. Like, okay, this is the wrong video. We didn't say that. We didn't say that correctly. Practice as much as you can, but make that pitch video so appealing that that gets the attention of the recruiter, because that's going to, get you the extra points. So yeah, the brownie points, as you call it.
And it's important as well, Isa, because not only we look at the candidates that have applied for the position sometimes we have positions that are so hard to fill that we have only a few candidates that apply. So we are going to get and dive deep into the talent pool. And the talent pool means that we're going to be looking at the 250,000 candidates.
Yeah.
So we do have a lot of filters that helps us. We have like different kinds of searches. But one of the things that I do is I usually go to the profiles that have the video to help me understand like a little bit more about the candidate itself. So when I go to the talent pool, those are the ones that call more my attention than the ones that don't have a profile pic, the ones that don't have videos. So I go to the ones that I know that, okay, these candidates are engaged. These candidates have done the whole profile. They have done the verification. So that's another tip for you guys. If it's a very hard position to fill, we're gonna dive in deep into the talent pool. And if you have it all there, it's going to be much simpler for us to find you. We have to find you. Help us find you to set you up for success.
Yes, over here, actually, you guys, you need to understand that the reason we're saying it again and again, that 250,000 it's a big number for VanHack is the biggest community. So imagine a recruiter has to dig out a perfect talent out of it.
Yes.
How can you accommodate them? By being, the person with the best, the resume, the best profile, English verification at top notch, and the video. So that is how you're going to stand out. 250,000. So remember this. So,
yes.
Okay. So my next question is, now you have told us in detail about the need of the profile, the need of the English verification and everything, and how you do that, what catches attention. Now my next question is, how does VanHack basically shortlist to move to the next stage? You have found the right person. How do you move it to the next stage? The person.
So that's when I was telling a little bit more about the process itself. Like when you receive like a notification that you were shortlisted, so that's when you're going to be on. It's a list of like candidates that we have selected that has the right abilities for that position, for that role. As soon as you are in that shortlist, you're going to receive an email. It's an automated email. That's going to tell you, okay, so this is the company that you are going to be, that you have applied for. Because before that, you don't know what's the company, right? So that's when you get to know what is the company, who they are. And this is when the hiring managers are going to take a look at your profile. So what I do is like, I always like, there's an email that's sent telling you about the company. And the next step would be hiring manager looking at the profile and choosing who are going to be the candidates that are going to go to the first stage of the process. So this is for the next stage. It will be when you will start to get into the company's process. Until then, this is all within VanHack. This is all about what we do. And then after that is when you actually start going into the company's process. So the next stage can be pretty much like either an HR conversation, it can be a hiring manager conversation, it can be like a cultural fit, it might be a team fit. It does depend on what the company it wants like from you.
Demands or requires from
Exactly. So that's like the first step. What I always tell is as soon as you know which one is the company that you're applying for, go into their careers page, understand if, okay, is this a company that I want to work for? Is this something that makes sense? So what I do with my candidates, they never are shortlisted and before knowing what's the company about. So I always send all of my candidates, and this is something that we try to do across like all the recruiters. We always tell the candidates before, send them the job description for them to understand not only the original job description from the company, not the one from VanHack, for them to understand if they want to make part. Like, do you want to take part in this? Do you want to be shortlisted for this position? So for me, like me as a recruiter, what I do is before just shortlisting people, what I do is, are you okay with this? Do you want to go forward? Is this a company that makes sense for you? Because when they apply, they don't know for what company they are applying for. So it's important for them to understand if, do you want to take part in this process? Is this a company that makes sense for you? Do you know their values, their mission, what they are about, the culture? So this is what the next step is about.
Wow, that's truly accommodating the candidates, because most of the time people just see the position, they just apply for it. They do not research about the company. They do not what are the values over there. So this is really awesome that you also help them in not just in the preparation, but also to guide them about the company. And if that wow that is, guys, this is something actually really awesome that you should not be missing out. Okay, what happens after where you have talked about about the next stage? What happens after you have sent the candidate to the hiring partner?
So
What
we
are the steps after that?
So as soon as we send them to the hiring partner, like we tell them, okay, here's a short list of awesome candidates for you to take a look at. Please, usually what I do, if I know that this is going to be a difficult position, I talk a little bit about each candidate. And we usually book calls with the clients, with our hiring partners, to let them know a little bit more about the candidate sometimes. So with a couple of hiring partners, we do that. We tell them a little bit about the candidates. We let them know who you are. So that's why it's important to have all the information. I keep telling this and you guys are going to kill me, but it's super important because we need to be able to sell you. So when I have like a call with a hiring partner, I'm going to tell a little bit about you. So I need to have all the information necessary. So maybe, and one thing that happens in VanHack is that the candidates, they are screened and they have the screening call with recruiters. It might be with any other recruiter and not with me. So I might have shortlisted someone that I didn't have the time to have a full interview with. But one of my partners, one of my fellow recruiters had the interview with them and they add comments to the profile. So I know about this candidate because one of my fellow recruiters has already had a conversation with them. So I have to, how do I sell this candidate? I talk about them. I know what's happening because one of my fellow recruiters have written about them and have already said, this is a great candidate to move forward with. Like, I really like this candidate. So I already know they are vetted. So yeah, that's after I send them, I keep nagging the hiring partner like a lot.
Nice.
Like every 2 days, I'm like, have you seen the short list? Have you talked to the candidates? Did you have a chance to get to see my candidates? Because I really want to sell you all. Like, I really want you to go like forward in the process. So that's what we do. We go every 2 days and ask, have you seen the short list? Have you taken a look at the candidates? Did you like the candidates? We need to give feedback to these people. Like, they're waiting for it. So you guys, you know that we are working for you and for you to be hired.
That is so awesome. You guys, you see that? First, you have to sell yourself. But after that, Cecilia, all tech recruiters at VanHack, they are going to sell
We
you.
are gonna sell you.
They're going to tell you like properly, like to it, like to the hiring partners, to the clients, that you have to see her. So you see how much effort they are doing. So you have to
Yes.
accommodate them too by selling yourself. So yeah. Okay. My this question also came up in one I just saw recently in the chat, that how long does this process usually take, and it was also part of it. This whole
Oh,
process,
mhm.
does it take months? Does it take weeks? Just tell us. Yeah.
Yeah, it does depend a lot on what the company is searching. So
Mhm.
what are they looking for? What kind of position they're looking for? Where are they looking for the talent? When do they need this talent for? So usually when we do a first conversation with the client, we get to understand like, when are you going to want to fill this position? Until when do we need to finish this process? And it might take, like, I've seen positions taking 1 week to be filled. Like, they talk to people in 1 week, they really like a candidate, and they close the position in a week. This was like one of my best hires. I was so happy. Best candidate, super good match, done in almost like 1 week. Then we have those positions that are very, very hard to fill. Like, they talk to a lot of candidates. That sometimes I have some candidates telling me, do you have any feedback on me? Like, do you have any feedback on my participation? And I'm like, I still don't, because sometimes we have some hiring partners that take a little bit longer, because they are not only working with VanHack, but they're working with other agencies. They have in-house recruiters. So we are also competing with other companies, like other recruitment agencies, their own recruiters. So sometimes I have some candidates that come to me and like, I don't have like any feedback from my participation. It's been a long time. And I'm like, I'm so sorry for this. We're here. As I told you, we nag them like with everything, not only with the short list, but with the feedback. Do you have feedback on this candidate? Like, we need to give I need to give all my candidates a great experience. And this is one thing that I usually try to do. Like, everyone that has had like an experience with me as a recruiter knows that I always give my Slack. So if anyone here wants my Slack as well, I am on the Van Hackathon Slack as at VanHack-Cecilia. And you can ask me, there's no problem. Like, if I have the feedback, I'll give you the feedback. If I don't, I'm going to ask the company for it. So it can take for a long while sometimes. So it can be 2 months. It can be, yeah, if it's longer than that, we're going to talk to the client and say, okay, what's happening here? Are we okay? Do you want to keep moving with this position? Are we going to put the position on hold? I need to tell my candidates what's happening here. So if we put a position on hold and you receive the email about it, probably that's what happened. They're looking for candidates with other companies, with other hiring consultancies, things like that. And then they're not interested in working with us, or they have filled the position with another, with another,
Yeah. Yeah.
exactly.
Okay. So, okay, everybody, this is really important. She also mentioned that about her Slack channel name. You all need to be on Slack channel. It's when the workspace is Van
Yes.
Hackathon, and you everything, everybody, every question you have, you can totally reach out to anybody, and they'll be there. And also, by the way, the thing you mentioned about the match, the perfect match, it reminded me of Tinder. So
Yes, I am a matchmaker
it's
for
like
professionals.
she is the matchmaker for the tech talent with the employers. It's like another sort of a matchmaking. Yeah,
Yeah, no, that's how Isa, you got it perfectly. That's how
but
I
it reminded
describe
me of Tinder.
myself.
I don't know why.
No, but that's how I describe myself, because this is the truth, guys. Like, you have to be perfectly matched. One of the things that I ask my candidates, like every time when we are doing a screening call, is like, what is your next step in your career? Like, what is your preferred stack? What do you love doing? What are the things that you're most proud of? Because if I don't have those answers, I'm not going to do the perfect matching. Like, I'm not going to find the perfect position for you. So what I need from you guys is to make sure that you, in every single part of the process with VanHack, you are true to yourself. You are true to what you want. You're true to your the next steps in your career. Like you understand where you want to go. And if you don't, there's no problem. Like we can help you. We have
Figure it out, help you figure it out. Yeah.
exactly. We don't have only like the recruiters. We have the success team. Like we have so many other services in VanHack that can help you. So don't just reach out to like us as recruiters, but reach
We
out
have
to
the
the
Premium
success.
Academy. We have the
Exactly.
Premium Academy is going to like educate you about everything that you need about your resume, about everything. So yeah, we have these services to
Exactly.
help you figure it out.
Exactly.
Okay, so my next question is because one tip for the candidates to help them nail the interview, because we all know first impression is the last impression. Like we have
Yes.
been discussing this. So what one tip for the interview, like to the first interview I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So don't forget to read the job description and to know about the company. What I always tell my candidates is the following: the job description, and don't use only the VanHack job description because sometimes it is shortened from the original one. So try to get the original one from the company. The job description is actually the questions to a test. Look at the job description as the material to a test that you're going to take, because in the job description there's going to be everything that you're going to be doing, like all the responsibilities, all the activities, all the requirements, all the tools that you're going to be using.
Hello. Hello.
Description, and you get each line of the description and you write something about yourself that you have done regarding that responsibility, that activity. And if you come up with, if you come up like with something that you're like, okay, I have no idea what is, I don't know, like I have never worked with, let me see, Laravel before. I don't know. I only work with PHP without any frameworks. I have no idea how to work with a framework. You have to go like after the information. You have to research about it, at least understand a little bit more about it. So if there is something like, I don't know, like a lot of like companies now are asking for candidates to know a little bit of DevOps, a little bit of CI/CD. So you've never worked with CI/CD pipelines, research it, go after it. You don't have to go to the interview. You cannot go to the interview not knowing what it is about. One of the big no-nos of an interview is like having something on the job description that is asked during the interview, the first interview, and you say, oh, I've never heard of it. You had it on the job description.
It's over there. It's over there.
There.
Yeah, it's gonna if it's in the job description, it's gonna be in the interview. So yeah,
Exactly. So that's one of my biggest tips. And learn about the company. Go after everything. When I first joined VanHack, I became a stalker. I saw every webinar. I heard every podcast.
Same. I did the same because to me, the value of a company is very important where I work. So this is because it's something that motivates you, that you're not just there just to take watch the clock tick. You're just there to play a part. So yeah, I 100% agree that wherever you work, you should know about the values of the company. What are their plans? So yeah, this is something really amazing. Okay, Cecilia, we have actually I'm loving this, but we have some.
Oh yeah, I talk a lot.
It's awesome. We're learning a lot, but we have a lot of questions, and then again we have the questions from the candidates. So we're gonna quickly do it all. So you have to tell me about the three biggest mistakes that candidates do during the process.
Oh no, yeah. One of them is not read the job description. I think that's pretty simple. I told it already. Not have the full the profile done. So this is something that's very important. That's a big mistake. If you don't have your profile like very well built, very hard for me to take a look at you. Like I'm going to have to go after you. I'm going to have to message you. And one of the things is being constantly asking like for feedback all the time, every day over Slack. Guys, I am going to give you an answer. I promise you. But be careful with that. Be careful with how you approach people, especially if you try to approach the hiring manager directly. Like I've
Yes.
seen that sometimes people approaching directly on LinkedIn. Try not to do that, to ask for feedback. Only approach them to thank them, like for the opportunity, to thank them for the interview. But if you want feedback, come to us. I'm pretty sure like that a lot of people that has had like experiences with me know that I'm like, I'm gonna give you the feedback. Wait a bit. Like I haven't received news as well. Like if I haven't given you the feedback, it's because I haven't received anything back.
Received it.
Yeah,
Yes.
so be careful with that. Like that's something that's very difficult. Like we come from different cultures, so it's important for you to know that this is not something that's normal for Canadian companies, for candidates to approach recruiters that are from the company directly, approach people that are hiring partners and things like that. So to be careful with that.
Yes, awesome. Okay, so my next question is because now this was the last, and then we'll be talking about you a bit, and then we'll move to the questions about we have known right now all about. Tell us about your entire experience working with the VanHack and helping tech talent from all across the world because you're helping them to get their dream jobs. How was your experience? How would you sum it up in like few words? How was it?
It's for me. It's a dream come true, really. Like because it's ridiculous. It sounds like I'm a cheerleader, but I love
You
doing
are.
this.
You are.
I absolutely love doing this. I feel like exactly where I wanted to be in helping people like make their dreams come true. Like it makes me so happy. Like helping them go through the whole process, being the one that's there for you. I always tell my candidates, I'm here for you. Like if you need anything, come to me. I will help you. If you have any questions, I'll try to do my best to understand what are the next steps. So yeah, that would be like in a few words. And I know that some people in the chat, Isa, are also asking about, I saw people saying about PHP positions. Guys, I talk a lot about PHP because I have, like, if anyone here works with PHP, come to my position as a back-end PHP developer for one of the best companies. We don't have that many positions, but I work a lot with PHP candidates. So please nag me. I want to know you.
Nag
That's
her.
why I talk so much.
She's asking her herself. Nag her.
Come.
Just do it. Also, we another thing is, guys, I'm just coming to you all with your questions. Don't worry. In 45, 11:45. Yeah. Sorry, ignore the time zones. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is a different time over here. Okay, let's talk about the other side. You also relocated. We have done talking about all the process, about the profile. You've also experienced because today we want to understand all about relocation, about how to find the job. You relocated to Canada with your family
Yes,
through VanHack, right?
through VanHack.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, and it's the best. It was the best experience.
Uh,
So, since 2018, me and my husband have been thinking about moving. Like, I am originally from Brazil, from Sao Paulo, and we have been like thinking about moving and how would they do it. And then Pedro, my husband, got to know VanHack.
oh,
So he started to be very active on VanHack. He was on the Slack channels.
oh,
He took part in the Van Hackathon. Like I remember the day that he took part on the Van Hackathon. Like he stayed up like so late to do it. He didn't win it. He was so upset because he put so much effort. But he was like always there. He was preparing. He had like all. He really wanted this. And then one day, like he was on VanHack, he was searching for positions and he saw a recruiter position. And then he was like, Cecilia, this is perfect for you. Like, you should try it. And then I was like, yes, this is the most amazing thing. So I actually took part in an open class for VanHack, and I started taking notes and I started like, okay, let me check. Let me see what they do. I love this. So that's why I said I was a stalker. I was really a stalker.
good to be
And
a stalker.
yes, and then I actually like after going through the whole process, I got hired. And Pedro at the same time, like he was taking part in one process as well with VanHack, with a company that works with VanHack, and he got hired. So within 1 month we both got hired. I started working for VanHack and he started working for one of the companies that VanHack works with. And he started the process of relocation like a little bit long after he started. So it took a while. So people, if it does take a while, don't worry about it. Like, for example, he didn't receive the sponsorship right away. He had to work remote for a while. He had to experience like the work with the company before, kind of like a probation period. So we waited like from he started in November, and then he got the sponsorship. Like he got the offer for moving to Canada in back in June. I think it was June. Yeah, in June, and then he got. We started the whole process. So it took us around, like, to get everything done, it took us around 3 months. So this was pretty quick. Like for us, it was pretty quick because we're a family of 4. So it's me, Pedro, Bruno, who is my toddler. He's a 2-year-old boy. And my 6-year-old daughter, who is a dog. She's my daughter. So you can imagine moving with a toddler, a 2-year-old, and the dog.
And the dog. Wow. Wow,
Yes.
that was awesome that you even moved the dog. We should be asking the dog to how was the relocation. You did.
Yes. She was awesome during the whole flight. She went with us, but it is quite difficult. Like all the documentation that's necessary.
No, it takes it. Yes, it takes time. It absolutely takes time. This is what we need everybody to understand. That it does take time.
Yeah.
Because even in this pandemic, things changed. Like whole world, it got stuck there for a time. At least it's opening up now. So if it takes time, and even if you get rejection, because we have you should come across, you should watch the stories. People who got the jobs after applying for 100 jobs, 200 jobs, but they got it. They didn't give up. So you should also, So this is really. We are so happy that Pedro found you that made this. He actually connected you with VanHack.
He did.
That was the matchmaking. Yeah,
he did the matchmaking, and it took him a while to get a job with VanHack. Like it really did. Like he applied for lots of jobs. Like I think one thing that really helped him, like first, he didn't want to be coached. He didn't want to do mocks. He didn't want to do anything. He was like, I know this. I have done tons of processes in Brazil. I know how to do this. And the thing is, it's super different. It's different to go through a process in your own country, in your own language. And it's different because the culture is completely different. So when he finally said, okay, I need help, he went through all the mocks. He asked for my help. Like he was so like, okay, now I need your help. So those were the things that really helped him, like to go through the process with some like people like really advising and having the help from the success team. Like, I think that was one of the best things that he did. Like, because before that, he was like, I don't need any help. I don't need to, like, I can do this. I have done tons of processes. It's very different, guys. It's very different.
That is really awesome. Okay. Now the last question, and just sum it up in 1 minute, and then we are moving to the questions. The last question is golden tip. One golden tip that you want to give to the candidates to get hired. What would you say?
Preparation is key.
Okay.
Preparation. Prepare yourself. Like, don't come to any of the interviews unprepared. If you have a screening call with one of the recruiters, be prepared. Read the job description, understand what you're going to, like, be prepared with a good pitch. Use your pitch from the video. Like, try to use some things that you have like done in the video, like verification, the English verification. But I think preparation is key. To the mock interviews, come prepared to the mock interviews. Go prepared to first interviews. We have so many booklets. We have so many tips. We have so many interview preparation guides. Prepare. You're never over prepared. Never.
Yes. Perfect. Okay. Moving to the question. Thank you so much, Cecilia, for wow, that was so educational, I must say.
I talk a lot. I'm sorry, guys.
No, it's good. Okay, now let's together move to the questions because we have 10 minutes left. Yes. So regarding completing the profile, how relevant is the coding verification? I haven't done it since it's automated and requires 3 months to retry. Helmeted question. Helmeted.
Yeah. Hamilton. Okay. So it's not mandatory, don't worry about it. But I have had a lot of hiring partners that have said, Cecilia, can you please ask the candidates that you have shortlisted to take the JavaScript test, to take the React test, to take the Node.js test? So I have had a lot of hiring partners that have asked to do so. And the candidates that had already had the code test done are candidates that are going to talk first with hiring partners. So because they already have the test done, they already have they are good in the rating. Yeah, I forgot the, sorry guys, not my first language. But if they have already gotten a good grade, the hiring manager is going to want to speak with them. So if you apply for a position that's, for example, for front-end developer that uses JavaScript, React, please try to do this, like this code tests. Take your weekend to do it. If you haven't already done it, and a hiring partner come and check your profile and you have, I don't know, 90%, 80%, 100%, you're going to call the attention of them. So that's why it's important. Not mandatory, but highly important because it gives visibility to your profile.
Like we said, show off yourself any way you can.
Exactly.
Okay, Evans has asked that, do you guys only support candidates with IT background?
For now, yes, because we work only with the tech positions. We also have some positions such as product manager, product owner, but it's also like related to technology. So for now, yes, we only support them, but we have a great network. So if you want to like add me on LinkedIn, if I have like I have tons of like friends that are recruiters that recruit for other industries. So add me on LinkedIn. Maybe I can like share your profile with someone, like your LinkedIn profile with someone. Maybe I can help you that way. But through VanHack, we only give support to tech talent.
Tech talent.
For now.
Yes, because I
Maybe.
came across a lot of questions about product marketing managers and all that. The guys, the positions are there, but the industry would be tech.
Yeah.
So that is something you need to look for. That if the industry would be tech, that is why still you have to make a profile on VanHack if you qualify.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So another question by Oriel is: do I need to subscribe to VanHack? Okay, this is about premium to have an advantage. Okay, over here, Oriel.
We don't even know who are the premium, the Academy premium candidates. So
nobody gets an advantage of the premium. Premium Academy is there to guide you, to help you, to figure it out. But you won't be getting an advantage over them because we are fair and square. Everybody gets the same chance.
No, yeah, we don't know. Only if you guys tell us. So there's nothing on the profile. So what it's the Academy is there not to help you get jobs before the other VanHackers. It helps you to get jobs, to be better, to get better at what you do.
Stand out.
So you're only competing with yourself there. So it's not about like competition with other candidates that are in the platform. It does not matter.
Okay, so another question, this is a bit technical question. Is there any scope for automation testing engineer tools like Selenium and Java?
Is there any what? Sorry.
Is there any scope for automation testing engineer tools?
No.
Like question. Yeah.
I don't think we have code tests for that. If that's the question, I don't think we do. But if you guys want to check what are the code tests that we have in the platform, don't forget to go to, I think it's more, and then you can see all the code challenges that we have. But and if you're telling about positions, I think that there are some positions, but I don't know if there are right now, if they're open right now. But I've seen some.
Okay. Somebody's also hi. The best. Victor is saying hi, Cecilia, best hiring manager for DevOps position. We need to we need to complete code test. He's asking. I think do we need to complete code test?
For DevOps, I don't know if we have right now a DevOps test. So I don't think it would be something that would be like possible. But DevOps is something that is a position that has been like appearing more and more. I have done a couple of DevOps positions. So just make sure like you have like everything like on your profile that shows that you are a DevOps professional, like everything that you have done, everything that is like, it's like the skills that are necessary. I think I have just put a posting yesterday for a DevOps remote position. Take a look at it to see if it makes sense for you.
Okay. A lot of people are asking about the same question about the code test requirement. Is it necessary? Yes, guys, we just told that it's
Mhm.
not mandatory, but it's something good to show off that you
Yeah.
need to stand out. So yeah, we need to you if you complete the code test, that would make you stand out.
And Isa, if you don't do well, like if it's like if you flunk it, it's not shown to the hiring managers. So don't worry about it. So if you flunk it, if you didn't do well, if you were like not in a good day, don't worry about it. You will be able to take it like 3 months from now, and no one's gonna see it but like the recruiters. So don't worry about it. We're not gonna share the results if you don't do well.
Okay, perfect. Also, do you help junior developers get roles too? Like we said, you need to keep a tab on the positions that are opening up on the VanHack. Positions do open up. So
Mhm.
yeah, the junior developers get roles, right?
What happens is like for junior developers, if you have too little time of experience, especially for positions that involve relocation, it's a little bit more difficult to take part in the global talent stream program, because the global talent stream program brings to Canada highly skilled workers in the tech industry. So for you to be considered a highly skilled worker, you have to have the experience for it. So usually if they have positions for junior developers in Canada, they're going to be taken by people that are in their early career in Canada. They're not going to bring someone from outside the country. So what I always tell my like the junior developers that I meet is that get a little bit more of experience, get some time to build your experience, to do things like side projects, try to do your pet projects, try to take part in voluntary work. Sometimes we have positions that are open for voluntary workers in Canada that don't require relocation, that might not require that much experience. So build up your experience so that you are able to actually at some point get the chance to get relocated. It's not that we don't have positions, but it's a little bit more difficult to be able to go through the global downstream program when you don't have enough years of experience.
Exactly. That is really helpful because people are this question was asked so many times. Oh, Lara has been asking. Lara, I was coming to your question. It was typed so many times. Okay. So Jose is asking if I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Jose, so which of the free VanHack content would you recommend to be prepared in order to get a job abroad? I'm asking for something like a roadmap. Thanks in advance.
We have some preparation kits. Like we have an interview preparation guide that was made by the success team. We also have like in the VanHack blog. So if you go to the VanHack blog, there is a roadmap for you to be able to build well your profile. How do you do it? I think I don't know how to do it, Isa, but if anyone wants to reach me to talk to me, you can, and I can send you this materials as well. Or if Isa has a way of sharing, but you guys can.
Well,
Uh,
I'll share it on, and if you're on Van Hackathon or over Slack, I'll be sharing all the resources over there. Even we have a blog. We have a blog that is full of all the resources that you need to read.
mhm.
So do hit up about that. Also, the last question is, it's by Pedro. But eventually, in some job offers, we can have 99% of mandatory requirements for that position, except for the one. Do you think I should apply and talk about it if selected for a chat, or not having mandatory requirement can bother the company somehow? So yeah.
No, like what we do, Pedro, sometimes, like for example, if there is one mandatory requirement that you know that you don't have experience with, uh, apply for the position. And if I feel that, like for example, if I see you in my pipeline of candidates and I see that you have almost all of them, I'm going to check in with you. So I usually check in with candidates that I see, okay, like they have everything. And one thing that I always tell is, if you don't have experience, do something about it. Do a pet project. Try to start learning about that specific technology, that specific tool. Try to use it not in a professional way, but in a way that it's for yourself, so that you can start understanding how to use it. So when you are in the interview, you can say, oh, well, I haven't used it professionally. It's not something that I do on a daily basis because in my company, we use another tool, we use another technology, but I have been working on my own, like on this. So this is already important. And some companies are okay with that, but it will depend on the company. If they're asking for 5 years of experience with that, I would tell you, yeah, no, Pedro, I don't think so. But if they're asking for 1 year of experience and you're like, okay, I'm up to the challenge, I have started learning, then I would say, yes, let's talk to Pedro. Let's put him on the short list.
Yes. Okay, that was amazing because we have 1 minute left, and everybody, all these questions that are left, drop these questions over the VanHack Slack channel. We'll be Don't worry, we are here. Just don't worry about it. But we're restricted by the timings over here, and then just ask, and all the questions we left with, just post it over there. And also, most important thing I would like to say before I say that, thank you so much, Cecilia. Yeah,
Oh,
this
thank
was
you.
amazing, and this was really insightful and educational for everybody out there. And I'm sure everybody learned a lot over here. But yes, so another thing, everybody, thank you so much for joining us over
Thank
here.
you.
Thank you for making it very, just like I said in the beginning, this is not going to be a very serious technical talk. It's going to be very educated, casual talk.
Yes,
And
no, thank you all, and everyone that's here. Like, I'm gonna check all the questions, and if you guys want to reach me, I am on the Slack channel. It's at VanHack-Cecilia. So if anyone has any questions, I'll be there to help you as well. And thank you so much for listening.
yes, no, thank you so much. And also the big one, a major announcement I would like to say before we end this call. We have a VanHack conference happening, and on 19th and 20th November. You definitely all don't want to miss that out because we will be posting about it. We'll be announcing the details. But that is a huge conference, the biggest conference of VanHack that's happening in November. So stay tuned. And
Yes,
thank you so much once again.
thank you all, guys. Thank
Okay.
you.
Bye bye.
Bye.